Hey guys, so it's been a little less than a week with Mojave on my laptop, and hey Ivy, and I got a few things to let's just jump into it. Mojave dark mode is amazing. As a DJ, having dark mode on your Finder window, having dark mode on all your other windows is just incredible. Let's change this to dynamic, so the background looks a little darker. Let's change to dark mode so everything's darker. When you're in Serato and you're using that dark background with light or white colored text, switching to a different window for whatever reason, you've got that white background with black text, your eyes have to adjust. Not a big deal if you're not in a hurry. But if you are in a hurry, it can cause, quite a bit of delay in your eyes refocusing. And I love the dark mode. It's amazing. Problem is, Mojave kind of broke my laptop. And I'll show you here. Changing the SSD made everything really snappy. Programs loads, Serato loads a lot faster because my operating system's on the SSD. I've put everything onto that old hard drive that I put in my optical bay, so I don't have all that gunk, music, all that trash is not clogging up my operating system drive. And that's really helped a lot. Serato does not have a high frame rate in Mojave, but I'm not saying it won't have a high frame rate with you on your MacBook 2013 model. And I'll tell you why. So Apple decided they're not going to allow people to put Mojave, the latest operating system for Mac, onto older Macs that are pre-2012. Early 2012 and back. Why? Because they didn't have a beefy GPU. They may have had a dedicated GPU, but it's not beefy enough to run the dark mode in Mojave. Now, that means that my 2011 MacBook Pro has crappy frame rates when it's trying to run Mojave in dark mode and dynamic mode and Serato. So I don't like this. I can't stand that frame rate. It's 5 to 10 frames a second. It's terrible. And it doesn't change if the frame rate is terrible. I can't deal with it. The only difference between High Sierra and Mojave is the dark mode and the dynamic mode. So, not a big deal. I love the dark mode, but I'll have to wait until I buy a new Mac. Or I could just buy a PC. So I'm probably going to start looking at PC laptops. Windows 10 is really stable. It's probably the most stable Windows operating system I've ever worked on. And I'm starting to trust it almost as much as I trust Mac operating systems. And I've always loved the Mac OS. It's very stable, it's reliable, I can trust it to go out to a gig, and I know that I'm not going to have to refund the client because my computer malfunctioned. Now, does it have all the features of Mac OS? No. But you can add them on, depending on how much money you want to spend. Windows 10 is so bare bones and you have to pay for it, whereas Mac OS has all the features. Now, mind you, when you install Mac OS, it takes 4 times as long. When you make a bootable USB drive, it takes 6 gigabytes. Another thing with Mac OS is it takes way more RAM than Windows 10. So that's nice about Windows 10. I really like that I'm not eating up my RAM, because Serato can be kind of demanding on RAM and CPU. So anyway, I'm not saying that Mojave is terrible for your computer, but it is terrible on my 2011 MacBook Pro. I just want it to run good. That is my gripe. It's not anything against Apple. I'm not probably gonna buy a MacBook Pro until they figure out their display problems, their keyboard problems, because I need something reliable. But Apple's quality control since Steve Jobs died in 2011 has plummeted. So, and the customer service as well has plummeted. So, I feel like everybody else, as they raise the bar and Apple lowers the bar, they're getting even. So, if I'm gonna choose a computer, I'm gonna spend $3,000 on a decent computer, not $3,000 on a keyboard that goes out and a screen that goes out when you open it. Sorry, Apple. I'm gonna put this on High Sierra and just live with it. This will probably be one of the last Macs I buy until Apple comes out with a professional grade computer. And Apple, I'd be willing to buy a professional grade computer at a professional price. Just make one. Apple, you need to hurry up. See ya.